Mama sengiyahamba ngiyofuna impilo enkono beze namaphupho salungithandazela salungithandazela ungithandazela salungithandazela salungithandazela ungithandazela salungithandazela asibeke dolo phansi beke ezulwini sibize gama lakhe nami ngithembe kuye thembe kuye.
Ekseba fethu. My name is Nhlanhla. This is Beyond Books podcast under Nyakwa Networks. So today I'm with our rooms are here and he's going to tell us about himself and his role at the campus. So Mr. Sol, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi guys, I'm honored to be called to this beautiful podcast. By the way, ngegama nguNhlanhla Titio, and I'm a third year at TUT, you know, and besides academics, besides me running along with books and studying, I'm actually doing extracurriculars, you know, extracurricular activities. For instance, last year I was part of Top Junior as an extracurricular activity. On me is part of development of a first year, basically, you know. But then I entered while I was a second year, luckily, you know. But now I'm a peer facilitator for the SJLD under Top Junior, meaning I'm a peer facilitator for student governing and leadership development. But I'm more on the leadership development side because I develop students, mainly men, you know.
Mainly men.
I develop boys to being men, you know, as much as I was developed to being a man too last year by my facilitators, you know. So basically this year I've been implemented or given the role to actually develop men, first year men to be precise.
So Mr. Soloku, the campaigns that you run, like mostly they are focused on men.
Yes, because the group that I'm in or the group that I facilitate
it's only focused on males.
Yeah. But then, since the start of second semester, we've been at least trying to mitigate or merge females and men into one, you know, to understand the dynamics that surround men and men and women, you know, to make the boys understand that it's okay, Shep, there's a better world out there also with females in it, rather than us squashing every female and saying the females need to work only on kitchens or do domestic work, but then also they can be CEOs of work, you know, also they can be bosses of work. But then that's how we do it, you know, we get to make them learn what is being a man and develop them through manhood in a way.
So you guys possess like the fairness between the females and males.
Yeah.
In other ways.
But basically that's what we do.
That's what you do.
We try to do, but then focusing more on developing men, you know, not maybe debating or
because lately I see like the internet now, like there's so much beef between males and females, bruh, because like a lot of women, like they trash talk like a lot about men.
Yeah.
So what is it that inspired you like to join this campaign? Because last year I saw on your status you were posting about the GBV campaign. So what is it that inspired you to take part on the campaign like that?
Firstly, because last year I was under Top Mutlaban. Top Mutlaban is a group that I facilitate this year. Basically, Top Mutlaban is only about meals, you know. It's a group based on meals and stuff like that, and I facilitated this year, you know. So what happened is that when I was in that group, you know, first things first, I was facilitated by Ubutlali. Butlali is a female, also partnered with Khomlem is a male. So I got both perspectives of what the female thinks and what
the
a man
males,
thinks, you know.
yeah.
So I was like, okay, sharp. You know, it bettered me into understanding that, okay, sharp, there's a world beyond men. You know, I mean, we are the reason we are right now because of females.
Females, yeah.
Other than that, there will be no life.
But in what manner?
What do you mean in what man?
If you say like we are who we are because of females.
Questions.
You mean about like giving birth and stuff?
Yes, life comes from a female. Yes, a man puts a seed, but life comes
From a female. Okay,
Without the
yeah.
female, there will be no life. Whether it's a mammal, whether it's an animal, whether it's whatever, without a female, there will be no life because men can give birth, you know. But then in the wood mansion, facilitators, because for instance the course that I'm doing, it needs me to have leadership roles. It needs me to have so many skills that I need to acquire before I even get to that workplace, you know. So it was an advantage for me to say, okay, sharp, let me be a facilitator, let me apply to be a facilitator, you know. Luckily they took me in, you know. Then that's how I got to be who I am today. And they just put me in a space whereby I already knew the space, which is Top Mutlaban, you know. I guess I had the experience for me to actually take the leadership role they gave me. Yeah, and so far I'm doing well.
So on you, what's the differences between the person you were before joining these campaigns and the person you are now after the experience?
Before I didn't really care about what happens to anyone, you know. I only cared about what happens to me in my life.
You were selfish about?
Not that selfish, but then I really didn't pay attention to helping others a lot, you know. It was a thing of me, you know. And not in a way of selfishness, but in a way of I didn't have the responsibility to actually take care of other people, you know, because it's any. I mean, I've always said, you know, I think then I joined Top Junior. I saw how developmental it was for me, you know, in terms of leadership skills, in terms of communication skills, in terms of listening skills, in terms of physique skills, you know, in terms of maintaining a student's well-being, you know. Most importantly is to maintain a student's well-being, to make sure that the student knows why they are here, you know. Because sometimes you get to a varsity
and the influence,
you know, it's for instance, on my first day, I really didn't like being in varsity. I thought my first day will be something that is so much amazing, but only to find out it was very, very, very whack and very depressing. Then second year, Top Junior, you know, things started changing. I started getting distinctions at school, things I've never even really got to do during my high school, you know. But I got distinctions while you
were here.
While I'm in varsity, you know, in second year, leading to this year, you know. And another thing, the pressure it comes with, you know, when you want to maintain something, when you want to maintain a good status and a good relationship, and a good environment, you make sure that whatever that makes you to be there, you keep it. For instance, whatever that makes me to be a facilitator this year is me being a student at TUT and making sure that I pass. Because if I wasn't to pass, it means they will have to actually fire me and put another person in my role. You know, so the thing of okay, sharp. Now because I'm from Balana, it means making pass. You know,
you have to respect the responsibilities. Yeah.
So it goes both ways. It makes me pass. Also, it leads to my development more. Yeah.
So Joe, like Mr. Solok, like the students that attend this campaign, are they enough compared to like if like statistics, you know? The student that attend the campaigns, are they enough to attend?
Enough as in what?
As in like out of 100%, how many students do they attend? to the campaign?
Yearly you can begin on probably 500 or 600 and something people.
Students.
Yeah, students. First years. Then by second semester you'd find out, because it's some people now start dating, for instance, so they do not have time for top junior. Some classes clash, some get maybe disinterested, but then by the end of the year we probably surely maintain we maintain a good number of 300 or 250, but then also you have to put in fact that only those who have been there can get maybe the awards issued, and only several people can get to be a PA facilitator for the next coming year, so probably out of 100 applicants they can only take 18. So it's a fight. It's a fight of positions.
Sure. So what challenges have you met for running this campaign? The most challenging part when coming to running these campaigns?
I can say time management. Top junior, or rather say being a facilitator, takes a lot of time, or it needs a lot of time investment, and me being a facilitator now, it means that sometimes I have to sacrifice my time for studying and put my time into work, as much as sometimes I need to take that time
from work.
From work and put it into studying.
Studies,
it has always been challenging. Another thing, sometimes leading gens can be difficult. Gens sometimes have this thing bias. They know
too much.
Yeah, they know too much. So sometimes there's one king and would man education. Umuntu uthi uyazama ukumlila umbonisa indlela, but yena vele akhetha ukuyenza into yakhe. But it's okay, man. After all, emhlabeni vele we develop differently.
So when you say you like mostly you are more focused on gens, I want to understand, like when you have this campaign about, like, let's say for example like GBV campaign, what is it that you teach these guys to?
As for GBV, we teach them different forms of violence, because it's gender-based violence, right? For instance, it doesn't fall part only on women and children as much as we make it to be, especially here in South Africa. Everybody, when they hear GBV, they only think
about men abusing women and children.
But then that's how by all means we try to emphasize the thing of no, males do get abused too a lot. It's just that us males don't tend to talk about it, because if you talk about it, you may get laughed at, or if the police station, they wouldn't even take us serious, So we try to do those things. Another thing, we try to teach them different forms of violence, like as in you don't have to be physical
in terms of abuse.
Yeah, you don't have to hit a person to say you've abused the person. No, even your words, can hurt a person. Even your gestures towards a person can be of violence. Like as in maybe like for instance the middle finger, pointing a middle finger to someone. Violence, even eyes, like looking someone.
Staring at someone,
in a way that is uncomfortable, or it makes them uncomfortable, feel like uncomfortable. That is violence, Also, touching someone inappropriately, is a form of violence. Just because umuntu enumbamba isandla, then unawazizwa ngathi hayi,
it's fine.
It doesn't mean good lo right. If the person that you held a hand to
doesn't feel comfortable,
that's mean like
it's an abuse.
But then if you are persistent, or you consistently do that, it means good man you're saying to that person, as in of which that person has never even gave you the right to actually say that. And also, yeah, we try to do that always. Also, we focus on things like entrepreneurship, technology, environment, what? Oh, community outreaches. Not only on.
So in terms of entrepreneurship, how do you develop the like males mindsets, Ju?
For instance, because Tina, we are not professionals in that department.
Sure.
We try to find people who are qualified. Whether it can be qualified entrepreneurs, it can be qualified business people. People dealing with money, financial people. We try to call them into seminars so that they can talk to our juniors, or any other student that wishes to attend the seminar or the program. So yeah, that's how we go about it.
So do you think like this campaign, like they do have like a positive impact on the students,
Yeah,
like majority of them?
yeah, majority. It depends. It depends what are you looking for. Firstly, it depends who you want to be. Secondly, it depends where you see your life going. Thirdly, and fourthly, it depends on how good are you in terms of actually being there, and learning. Yeah.
So according to this student, like they really do pay attention when it comes to this campaign.
I can say 60%. Yeah.
Majority, ne?
Yeah, 60.
Telephone. Have you ever attended one campaign for school? But you need help, bruh. Like this campaign, they help us a lot about a lot of things, bruh. Like time management, our mental health, and they are also like psychologists at school, bruh. A lot of students like they do suffer like mentally in terms of like school, bruh. And the cause of that mostly is only about like time management can cause you a lot of depression, bruh. Finances, mishandling your finances. And then there are campaigns, like he said, there are campaigns there at school. Psychology is there. There are also lecturers who teaches you time management. And most of students they don't know about those kind of stuff, bruh. And some they know, but they are ignorant, like you, Talifan. And so Araj. So like, how do we put this into awareness and then like help those students who are not aware of this kind of campaigns and like.
Okay. We try to create posters, as much as now we should sometimes on our own.
Yeah, I see on your statuses. Yeah.
Status in one. Yeah, we try to create posters, flyers, paste them throughout the campus, but we emphasize more on online because online or social media.
Yeah, most of the people are online. Yeah,
reaches more people than physical. So
sure.
Yeah, that's how we try to invite people. Especially because it's for free. You don't have to pay anything.
So it's not only main campus students. Like
no.
The whole of TUT.
Yeah, the whole of TUT. But then also it depends obviously where you are. But as for Arcadia, main campus and arts, they are more than welcome to join each and every seminar that we hold or we make, because it's for them. It's not for us.
So the campaign take place on weekends or
no
during the week?
It can be any day of the week, but mostly on weekends, no. Unless if maybe that's a community outreach, then yeah, probably. But in terms of weekends, no.
Telephone, brah. And then the transport are always there, brah. You have a bus ticket. Enough, and then from your experience, what are some of the biggest challenges students are facing today?
Okay, first things first. Because I really can't tell about other students.
Others issues.
For instance, the thing of varsity is frustrating. Let's be honest, Varsity sometimes can be frustrating, and that is mostly my biggest challenge, because sometimes there are things that you try to do, but as in say it's
sure.
And for instance, here we are, second semester. Tinabanye, we only have online classes. I'm used to ugenza like uba nama physical class.
Physical classes, yeah.
All of a sudden, second semester online.
It's online classes.
You know, now it's hard to adapt to actually learning online because now
you're used to,
you know, now you do not even see the lecture. Sometimes you do not even know the lecture. The lecture doesn't even know who you are.
Do you manage to be on time? Do you attend class on time via online classes?
That's the thing. That's the most difficult part because online you can easily forget that you have a class if it is online. You know, I easily forget if I go with my education. I've got this in the class. You know, another thing, time management. Time management is the most difficult thing.
Fine, we all suffer from them. Fine, every student knows. Fine, we suffer from time management.
Like it is the most difficult thing in terms of being a student. You know, but then I try to somehow, you know, work on it, you know, especially under pressure, you know. Now, I work mostly good under pressure. I pass mostly good under pressure because without pressure, I tend to relax a lot, you know. I relax a lot and then so the man is scared who tells him no, I wanna pass, yeah. You know, but then yeah, it's this ganjalo. Also, some people, man, stay in races that are not functional for them, you know, in terms of sometimes la bahlala khona i-Wi-Fi better, sometimes
the environment is not good at all for them, yeah, for them to cope, yeah.
Know? Sometimes, for instance, umuntu uhlala endaweni ehlezi nomsindo, probably sunnyside kanje.
Sure.
Ufunda kanjani lapha jo ezinye izinto, but then obviously umna right then abona ngathi right usharp, you know.
Yeah, we function differently, bro. Like you say right now that you can function under pressure.
Yeah.
Now some of the students, they can't function under pressure.
Yeah.
And they also like when you talk about like the environment.
Yeah.
There are still a lot of students that Kosani side.
Yeah.
We don't know how they function.
Yeah.
But different because of like we are different, coming from different environment. Yeah. We all function differently. So look, let me ask you this biggest question. What's your biggest mistake you ever done here in varsity?
Biggest mistake, ne? Well, I think was on my first day of work. So basically what happened is that I let go of everything first day, you know, hoping that the next day I would go to UKZN to study there because UKZN has been my dream since from a young age, or rather say from grade 10, you know, in terms of me studying there. But then it didn't happen, so I landed myself into TUT, you know, and TUT took me in terms of my good performance that I had in my matric. But then I really didn't give them whatever they give me, you know. So when Zalani, for instance, by May first year, I had already dropped out with modular accounting, you know. I told myself, nah, this thing.
You deregistered?
No, I didn't register it. I just left the class and never did that ever again. You know, never wrote the test, you know. Then as for stats, I started not caring about it from mid-June. You know, like I had a burnout at least by May, you know. As for any other module, I really didn't care what was happening besides the ones that were easy, you know. Then I can say my biggest regret is that I played on my first day. Like I relaxed too much to the point that you know, then exclusion because
yeah.
Of not attending classes, of my bad performance, of not doing anything besides being a varsity student, you know. Then yeah, I think that is my biggest regret. But Also, it is my biggest pump because it's in Lana. I'm like, no, I can't go back to being.
Fine, already a red flag, fine.
No. But no, I'm not. I've cleared out. I've bounced back. I've bounced back a lot.
Was that a influence from your friends, or was just only
No,
you?
me. One of my first friends were studying at Arcadia, so they always told me to study. Always tried encouraging me to study. But I was like, man, this thing is not for me. Have you ever seen yourself wanting to go and do something, then goes to the manager, so any do manager we planning it causes some dissatisfaction between it, and I wanted to go do that course. Now I'm doing this, and it's like, what am I doing here? This is not my space. Only to find out second year I actually liked doing the course.
The course.
The floppy one, accounting and stats,
But you managed.
Any other module I manage. The only floppy in stats and accounting, because those two.
So the course that you wanted was not in TUT.
No, they didn't.
Or was there, but
they didn't accept me for a TNT.
They accepted you for like a second option or third option.
Yeah.
Oh, and then UKZ, and
They rejected me.
They rejected you.
Yeah.
But at least you make good friends here in PTA, boy.
Yeah, I mean, TUT gave me the best life. For instance, the best academic life of my whole life, in terms of since I've been a learner or a student.
But don't you think like every varsity like they provide that?
Hey Joe, I wonder one thing about TUT. It's that it gives back to the students as much as the student gives back to them.
To the varsity,
because it's in any. Think about all the extracurriculars we have. It's not only about sports. No. It's also about the development, of a student. It's also about the well-being. Talking about health and wellness. It's also about top juniors. The leadership development. It always gives to you in a way of, it doesn't only feed you information, but it also feeds you life. So that is why I love being here. I always feel alive when I'm at campus. I won't lie to you. I like being at campus more than being at first. There's so much to do at campus.
At campus, yeah.
I just love being there.
Ne?
But then I won't say I see myself in the next 5 years, maybe more, because it's an any.
You have to be somewhere.
And I'm not planning to stay my whole life in say Pretoria or say TUT. I still want to go, maybe do my honors UKZN, maybe Lana Masamboya, maybe sing it as from my lecture. From Pretoria or something, but yeah.
But do you like being around PTA?
Yeah, I won't lie. I like being here more than being a gas. Honestly.
So speaking about like your varsity friends that they were studying there at Arcadia when you were not there. How important are friendship here in varsity, according to you?
Friendship is great. Friendship is so important to the point that it can make you feel alive. For instance, man, I first day I had isn't just unjoman and umbrellas, but then second year I basically had no friends.
Second year,
yeah, I felt that thing of having no friend. Always in Iwani. Noma bathi ngizamuthi ngiyokuruva nobani ngiwani kanjani ngeke ngihambe nje ngiwani without isikhathi samachita jo ngathi manje ngidepressed la angeke then awazi ukuxoxisana nomuntu jo but at least bekuno Mike, but Mike was like more like a housemate than friend.
Than a friend, yeah.
So yeah, then this thing has to learn no lucky. Lucky showed me the importance of having a friend.
Of having a friend.
Yeah, like I missed having a friend like a scale, because it's any isn't just
Oh, like he's a campus friend.
No, each I am not even a campus friend or a rest friend or a school friend. No. Each
He's
I
your
am
friend.
Fucked
Yeah.
up, Yeah, as much as the
Sure.
So I enjoy.
So have you ever lost a friendship because of student life?
No, I don't think so.
Even a class next.
What I can say is in your is that obviously nurses struggle up, we all have different responsibilities now. Nomunye wenza into
Yeah.
nomunye ufuna ufeza amaphupho wakhe ngendlela afuna ukwafeza.
Sure.
So even if we would maybe sometimes I may feel like they are distant from me, or maybe sometimes sanodlula kuma 3 weeks singakhulumanga lutho, egcineni I understand ukuthi okay sharp ngibhizi ngesikela. Maybe
they're also busy.
Ngespan or busy or push yakhe impilo maybe nesidisk or funa nespan something, So I've always said with okay sharp, as long as manje sonke so push azama ufeza amaphupho yethu then umnandi, I don't.
So you never lost a friendship because of like student life.
No.
So when coming to like, but this one is sensitive. It's a little bit sensitive, like relationships, ne?
Yeah.
According to you, like when come to relationships, like as varsity, like you know how we were taught as Gila, or like you're gonna find your soulmate there at varsity, what.
Yeah.
So according to you, like does a relationship like here in varsity, especially like campus relationship, are they distracting us, or maybe at some point they are
No, I get the question.
relevant for us, especially campus relationships? Are they helping us or distract us?
It goes both ways. How you see it. For instance, a woman can push you as a gent. A woman can really push you as a gent. Like, for instance, if you find a healthy, strong, a girl with high mentality and high IQ, trust me, you can be someone who
you can be better.
Because that person can influence your dreams so much that
Sure.
No, but also if ever you find a girl who would mind you, I always say this: there's a woman, there's a girl. A woman feeds your dreams, a girl squashes them. So what is out is that you need to find a woman rather than finding a girl.
A girl, yeah.
And if you find a girl, you'll always do, but don't get back. But then if you find
a woman,
you'll always do, but get back. Should get slashy. We are more pa.
It's an investment.
Yeah. Whatsoever.
You're gonna receive it back. Yeah.
She reciprocate it back to you. But then if you find a girl, it will always be a thing with you and Zalai. Now you can dance but when that's why man just so distracted as scared, because everything so nage nimpilo yakhe whatever yazini whatever limi bupalisi okombala ifuna you, but I told but then ucabanga ukuthi inhleko wena uzibeka kuphi. Fana moyeza intombazana mokhuluma naye maybe ngamaphupho wakho avele nje abheke side navela bore uvela ubona ukuthi enjoy. But then if you find a woman, trust me, if uyakuyimtshela ama idea wakho njalo uzomuza naye afaka umfutho into kanje nakanje afaka ama ideas wakhe awafuna.
So how do you differ between a girl and a woman when you're in a relationship? Because like like how relationship starts, bruh, always like people listen to each other. Like, is that honeymoon phase?
What I can say is that firstly, consistent. If you see a person can be inconsistent within a framework of a week or two, now you can start telling okay, sure, this person is a woman or she's a girl. Because it's in any things that are not being said are actually the ones that make more sense.
Yeah.
Because for instance, if kuwukuthi ustangishin bayakutreata ngale ndlela ekanje for the past 5 days, now after 5 days ukutreata ngendlela ukuthi manje usa-understand, now you need to read the lines.
Sure.
You need to see lo muntu lo should isikhathi masiya usazoba kanje, you know, abe kanje. Cabanga if umuntu uzokushintshela after 5 days or 2 weeks, should kahle kahle nawe kumele uvele ubone ukuthi man khona into eshamanzi la ngitsho. What always tells who the person is the consistency behind it. Also, the most difficult thing to say no is, but then I wonder if what you know in Domazan or what you know
Sure.
Trust me, they will show you who they are, like their real selves, you know. That's why sometimes in some Genzani, Munman tell us something or Mafuna would change something or Majimina, Mshambi, and phone gains and losses cutless, or Mshambenji. I just want to see their reaction. Willing it to know. So that things are born like if not to know, the want to lose react, you know, because sometimes but because of what they are getting, not because of time. You know. So yeah.
So just say no, saying like, baby, can I get this? And then you'd be like, no.
No, yeah, live.
Straight like no.
Yeah, no, like not because I'm phony, just because I'm phony reaction. But then if reaction that thing young heart to the point where I can applaud the girl, then I can say no. I wanted to see what's like when I wanted to see your reaction towards me saying no.
So from your experience, were you distracted? Or you were built from your relationships when you were in the relationship, like campus relationships or a race relationship?
No, I've never really got distracted due to females ever in my life, you know. Especially when it comes to academics. I mean, I told myself, like, ngisho nemijayivo, ngisho negroove, ngisho nomngani, akunomngani ozongikhipha esikela. You know, I'll always try to be focused
when it comes to school.
You know? So angeke ngize ngithi mfana ngisho kuthiwa ngiyafila, angeke ngize ngifike ngithi ubani bani ofelisile. Hayi ngeke. No.
You don't point fingers.
No.
So what advice would you give yourself if like you knew how varsity is when you were a first year student?
First things first, I always recommend people to join extracurricular activities when they're first years because it builds them and it makes the campus more fun and more of a great experience. Also, focus on what you've come here to do, you know. First year is for getting the experience.
Sure.
Have fun, play, like
make mistakes.
Make mistakes, do everything, Joe. Like make sure it's in you get enough fun so that most of your second year you already adjusted to all the fun that you needed to have, to the point where most of your second year so you got to balance.
Now you are moving from experience here.
Yeah, you're moving from experiencing to experience.
Sure.
You know, then leading to your third year, you are moving to experience to expert. You know, going to your fourth year into Angelo. Yeah.
So what is it that varsity has ever taught you that no lecture room has ever taught you? This is my last question.
I can say it has taught me to be resilient. It has taught me to always be there even when I do not even feel like it. It has taught me that network can actually be your net worth.
Yeah.
Because it's I'm one of the few, or rather I say most people, if they are most, who believe with shaking the right hand can actually open more doors than a degree could ever do. Yeah.
Mr. Solokum, thank you for today.
Yeah, no problem.
So we're gonna see you guys on our next episode next time. So today I don't think we have a question for the week, but see you next time, guys. Dango.
Adios, muchachos.